Hello, hello. It's the final hours of the June test weekend. How's everyone doing? We're back into the world. It's nighttime. About halfway through the night here, I think. It's 1 a.m., so not too bad. I'm going to check out, did a little more exploring. I did a lot of stuff, actually. Yesterday, last night, after yesterday's stream. Got a little insight for some Quarm peeps, maybe? Just a little breadcrumb. I'll share that in a bit. But there's a whole nother, this town is actually super big. There's a whole nother part of it that I hadn't explored. Actually, a couple parts. I went to the necropolis. It's like the Shadow Knight and Necro area. There's mobs there and all kinds of stuff going on. Some shopkeeps that you couldn't get elsewhere. I had to go there to find a vendor that would buy a certain item from me that I was crafting. I'll probably show this again later. Let me turn on the sound here. Probably go over this a couple times, but we did some crafting, upgraded our gear. So we got some copper bracers, a pair of them. I also bought some gear from someone who had a higher crafting skill than I. But I wanted to get it going. So we had corroded bronze stuff. High AC, look at these legs. Kind of crazy. 13 AC on these legs. And just some more corroded stuff. High AC stuff. Our AC is almost to 100 now. I was buying leather scraps from people because that seems to be the bottleneck. Skinning's not a thing yet. They still have to implement skinning. But I had bought a skinning knife and tried to go out to figure that out. To find out that it's not implemented yet. So here we are. Even got a copper cloak that shows up on me, so that's cool. I got a little cloak on. We're ready to go. Still more improvements to do. I want to get my skill up a bit, but I did buy leather scraps from people, so I do have a good amount of leather scraps. The easier thing for me, I found a spot, and I think some other people found it, but I found a spot where you can. There's like 3 mining nodes. There's like 5 different mining node spawns within this small area, and like 3 of them can be active at once. But a few other people have found it, it seems, and so they'll camp it. So I did camp it for a while, and I was able to get just an absolute ton of ore and stuff. So I used that to craft, but I was gonna go do a little bit of that when I first logged in this morning as I was setting stuff up, but there was somebody there, so. Factions tab. Cool. Alright, so we'll get going here, but let me bring something up here. Check out this map. Let's see here. I'm kind of in the way. I'm covering the. Let me just give credit to the guy who made the map quickly. And down on the bottom right, it's maps by maggot. So this is a map of Night Harbor, which is the city, as you can see. And then the Westgate newbie area on the left, that leads to the Shaded Dunes. That's where we've been this whole time. And then, but to the north, in the North Gate, there is another newbie zone. And the Sungreet Strand. Let's zoom in on that. Sungreet Strand up here. So this is where I'm going to go check this out, this area. Really cool map. You could just find it on the Monsters in Memory wiki. This is where we're standing right now at the North Gate. That whole mining situation, if you are going to check it out, or if you want to check it out next time it's up. This is the dungeon, Worm's Bane Tomb. And the mining nodes are to the right and left of the dungeon. And they're almost always up. They're just like hyper spawns. So you just run back and forth and you just mine them. And I was able to get a lot of ore and nodes and all kinds of stuff. Sharpening stones. All kinds of stuff there. So we do... Let me see if I have them on me. Yeah, I have sharpening stones on me. I got new spells. I have the ability... We'll head out now. It's dark, but again, it's almost morning. We just got a couple hours of darkness here. But I do have some beetle eyes that I saved up here, so let's use those. We're now level 7. So I grinded that out. It was took a pretty good amount of time to grind that out. I guess we're gonna go over to the next zone that was on that map. Or at least in that direction. Try to find some higher level mobs. It's the final hours of the test, so we just got a little bit of time here. About 2.5 hours or less. Oh, here we go. We're gonna zone already. This is my first time coming over here. Turned off my beetle eye. Okay, so now we are in the Sungreet Strand. Let's see what this is all about. Looks like we got some NPCs here. Are they good or bad? It's the same little fox people. So we can fight these guys. Still dark blue. There's a lookout right here. I also have a calm ability. Oh. See, people just appear out of nowhere. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about when I was looting that guy's drop mule. Is that people will just appear on top of you out of nowhere. Sometimes. So you know, obviously something they gotta work on. That's why I didn't know that guy was drop muling right out the bat. There's something on the ground over here. What is this? Piece of stone, I guess. What's this guy talking to? Oh, these guys are talking back and forth. Alright. Well, we'll leave them to it. We'll just explore a little more. But I have a, this placate spell where I can calm mobs, and so I was utilizing this yesterday. That is really cool. Works great. You just cast it on the mobs and you could pull straight out. Seems to last a good while. because I can kill a mob and then pull another one. Those shamans are nasty. In those camps, there are some shamans. They heal, they dot, they debuff. Pretty nasty. I do have a kick, but that only delays the inevitable. Oh, okay. So here's a mine. So you got to put on the mining pick and then right click it. That's a little inconvenient, but it is what it is. But I do need copper ore, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. The sun's starting to come up. Alright, let's check out this camp. Alright. So I also have this ability Shield Toss. So I got that at level 7. What it says is it tosses a holy shield that ricochets around, interrupting spell casting. So it doesn't do any damage. It doesn't have like a visual yet. So if I click it, that's all you see. But it's a range pull. And it will interrupt spell casting. So it's an additional interrupt on top of my kick. So the shamans might be even better. It's got quite the cooldown. Kick's cooldown is, you know, a little shorter. Ooh, there's another mine. Hoping to get some, that might be a cracked staff right there. We need to grab that ASAP. I should stop what I'm doing and grab that immediately. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna calm this one, and then we'll calm that one. There is a range on it. It's not the longest. I don't want to throw the shield. It might bounce. I don't know the radius of that, so we'll have to figure that out. But I can pull. Oops, I forgot to change my weapon. But we can pull him out without aggroing the other ones now, so that's cool. And my AC is really high now. I still need to get jewelry. I saw someone selling some I could have bought. But I think I was going to try and make it. I think you just use the same stuff I already have. I'm starting to get gems and stuff from these mines. This is looking like a cracked staff. That's like, for anybody in my level range, like 1 to 7, maybe 1 to 10, this is like the highest value item. It's, you know, obviously, shout out to EverQuest. I think it sells for 5 silver, which is really good. I've kind of blown all my silver. I'm sitting at about 5 silver myself, so that'll double my cash. But I spent a lot on gear and crafting. Let's go, come on. Oh, it's a Warren Great Staff. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. It's always the risk. Got some rawhide scraps though, so that's good. Alright, so let's see how this plays out. No, see, it bounced on both of those. Oh, it's a shaman too? Oh, we're toast. Here, we'll try to take him. Oh, we're blinded. Oh, we're toasted. We're not gonna do well here. We're pretty deep. Oh, I'm on the warrior. We're pretty deep into these zones, so if I'm gonna run, I gotta run now, but let's just see what we can do. He's 100%. Oh, We're getting him down pretty good. And we stop him from healing. Oh wow, we put on the DPS there at the end. Now I can use Stone Form to remove whatever debuffs he put on me. Dang, we did a lot of damage to him there. It wasn't that easy previously. But my Restorative Strike is pretty good now. It keeps getting better each level. And at this point, we'll check it out here. So you see how much damage they're doing to me. Because of my high AC, they're not doing much damage to me. But when I use the Restorative Strike, it's healing me for 5. That's, you know, almost breaking even. They'll hit me, you know. Obviously these are blues, but... So these guys will drop tattered gear, cloth, or leather. And then they'll drop leather or cloth scraps. This guy dropped both. They also have this Ashira Warrior Bracelet that if you sell it to the right vendor, they'll buy it for like 30 something copper. So that's pretty damn good. I don't know what this this does. I guess we have room right now. I didn't have room earlier, so I had to get rid of it, but. So we'll farm these guys. So this newbie zone, or this side of the this newbie zone seems to have much less players. Everybody's out on the other zone, so it's easier to get camps here. Also, now today's a weekday, so most people are at work. It's early in the morning. There's that. There's a lot of factors. Early in the morning on a weekday instead of the weekend. It's Monday morning, right before the server's shutting down. So I think most people are done. That helps. But also this newbie zone has significantly less people. So there is that. I kind of want to go to the trees. That looks cool. But let's continue to kill these guys. There's also some ore here. Your bags fill up really quickly when you're mining, but we need this, so we're gonna do it. And with this many of these fox dudes, what are they called? Ashira? With this many Ashira at this camp, we're going to be able to just continually kill. They're gonna respawn before we get through all of these. And if we have 2 nodes, I mean, these nodes will respawn as well. So this is a gold mine, for lack of a better. Let me know if you guys tried this out at all this weekend, or if you're just waiting, or if it's not your thing. Either way, curious. I always open the book instead of the bags. One day I'll just change my hotkeys. Now I can break that camp up, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this guy. He's got a weapon on him. Weapons are worth. This is going to be a crazy good experience if I can have this to myself for the next while. I'm going to have to make trips to town. Here comes somebody up the road from way over there. Oh shoot, we're running low on food. Yeah, we're gonna have to go back to town. Our bags will be full by the time we blow through that anyways. I gotta save up a gold and splurge on the larger backpack. I've just been buying gear instead. Felt more important. I don't have oh, that's large enough. Okay. I need more bag spots that can fit large items. That's kind of my issue right now, because I get a lot of these weapons and stuff because they're worth some cash. Got some guys in chat. What's going on, fellas? Tony says the game seems better to play. Seems to play better and look better than Pantheon, in your personal opinion. You feel Pantheon was a failure? I'm right there with you, dude. I think I was talking about it a little bit yesterday when I was streaming. I backed Pantheon in like, I want to say it was like 2016. It might have been 2017. I think it was 2017 actually. And, you know, I put some money in on that. Brad was still alive, all that stuff. Obviously, there's been a bunch of drama and craziness happening between then and now. But I think it's cooked. It's done. And this is promising. It's been in the works a few less years than Pantheon. Looks and feels way better. Pantheon is just, I don't even know what to say about it. It's like super clunky. Now I hope not to grab both of these. Okay, cool. So I think these two would pull, but that seems to be a larger gap. Alright, he's gonna blind me, but that's okay. Glad to catch one of these streams. Have you been liking Monsters and Memories? Dude, I've been loving it. I got instantly hooked. I guess use Stone Form. Oh shoot, clicked the wrong button. Missed the kick on that. Where's my kick at? 5. Yep. Let's kick him. And I think we can shield toss him probably. That'll interrupt it. True. Dude, we got 2 interrupts now. How wild is that? Try to kick him again. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, we got him. Nice. Those shamans, it didn't look too tough, but those shamans are tough. We're fortunate enough to have 2 interrupts now, so we're an absolute savage beast. When Brad died? Oh, when he died, you think his vision of the game died as well, sadly? Yeah, man. That's 100% like it. They changed the graphics right after that. They were like lost for a period, which is understandable. And then they ended up changing the graphics. And then they did that weird extraction thing that pissed everybody off. Obviously, to everybody. It was obvious. Apparently not to them for some reason. We got some people coming out this way now. We got 3 people running down the road there. I wonder what's over there. Yeah, I mean, Pantheon looked good, sounded good. Everything seemed good at first and on paper. And it just didn't work out. It happens. But I think, yeah, Brad's death, I think, was like the #1 catalyst. I think if he didn't die, it would be completely different at this time. Slapman says, watching from work. Thanks for the background. Gab friend. Hell yeah, dude. Glad to have today off so that I can do this last couple hours. We'll be here for a couple hours. Hopefully your day passes quickly. Is that a rattlesnake? I almost want to kill that rattlesnake. But I'm just going to farm these guys. I need leather scraps and stuff. Server's obviously going to go down, but the characters are going to continue. So I'm not too worried about it on the next play weekend. Which the next weekend's going to be a 5-day alpha test thing. So we'll have more time next time, and I'll at least have materials and stuff to push my crafting a bit more. I'm going to pick up jewel crafting or what have you. We'll see what else is up. We'll see if they implement skinning. They might, and then the leather scraps aren't going to be as hard to get. They're kind of hard to get right now. So another way to make leather scraps, though, is when these guys drop some tattered leather armor, not the cloth, it doesn't work for the cloth. And maybe you can get cloth scraps. Well, see, this is tattered cloth belt, so I'm just gonna vendor that. But maybe you can take that apart and make cloth scraps. I don't know, but what I do know is the leather stuff. If you put it with like a seam ripper, oh shoot, my lull or whatever wore off. That's alright. Use stone form. Oh, it's on cooldown. We're fine. If you put the seam stripper and a tattered leather item into either a leatherworking bag, which we have here, or at the leatherworking station, it'll turn it into scraps as well. Not the most money-friendly way of doing it, but if you need scraps, you need scraps. Mike says, hey guy, glad to see you streaming something, considering the Quarm and EQ news. Yeah, dude. Did I not kill that guy? I just moved on. Yeah. I do have a little update for the tiniest bit of breadcrumb. I guess I'll show it right now. And I'll probably show it again later. I didn't want to exactly post it, even though it was public, but it was like a temporary public little tidbit. It's nothing crazy, but probably nothing anybody's heard yet, so that's cool. But let me stand over here. So let me bust it out here. So that's just the map. But so I was on Twitch yesterday after my stream, and I ran into Secrets. Secrets wasn't streaming, but Secrets, I just said hello to Secrets, and she said that she saw that I was live streaming earlier, and then said, by the way, I can say we heard back. This is from Daybreak. Just can't say what they heard back about. So they heard back from Daybreak, but can't say what. And that it wasn't a fuck no take down Quarm. So a tiny bit of good news, right? So we haven't gotten any updates. They don't really want to talk about it in Discord. Secrets has been on vacation, so that's another thing. So it was brought to my attention in yesterday's stream that Secrets left the Discord. But I put 2 and 2 together and kind of figured it out. Secrets is back. So when I was talking to Secrets during this interaction, I remember Secrets was on vacation, I think out of the country or something. And she's back in the country now, or back from vacation, and is back in the Discord now. So I think, hey, what's up, Class and Cool? Just showing a little tidbit. Ran into Secrets yesterday on Twitch, and this was the message I got, saying they heard back from Daybreak. Just can't say what they heard back about, and that at the very least it's not an F no, take the Quarm down forever. So just a tiny little breadcrumb of good news. And then in regards to everybody ganging up on Secrets, she said, you know, she would talk shit on her too if they were meaning like if she was left in the dark. If she was left in the dark in our position where we don't know what's going on, she would be talking shit on her too. And this isn't like an admittance of she did something. I know it could look that way. Like if I didn't know what I did, she's not saying she did something. She's just saying like if I didn't know what was going on, if I was in the dark, then I would be talking shit too. So she's understanding everybody talking shit. The whole thing with Discord, leaving Discord, she was going on vacation, just trying to not deal with it at the time, you know. So understandable. I'll probably show that again later on in the stream. Different people are here. Wanted to get that word out. That's really good news. Rafines? I don't know how to say that. Rafines? I've never really played EQ, but I've been a big fan of your videos. Thanks for the content, man. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I think we've talked before. I love that. Like, even when people don't play EQ, but oh dude, is that a cracked staff again? Alright, we gotta try to see if this is a cracked staff this time and not the worn great staff. Oh, so that was a fail. That's my first fail of trying to lull the mob. Let's see. Happy Here Secrets is back. Yeah. I didn't know what was going on either, and so I was like, oh no, this doesn't look good. But I forgot she was on vacation, and then kind of just figured it out. I went back and looked after I saw her say she was back at home. I went and looked in Discord and she was back. Love that news. Means I'll be back to selling Greater Light Stones before long. Hopefully, right? Hopefully. Alright, so let's lull these mobs. And let's grab this one in hopes that this is a cracked staff. I must be weighed down. I'm moving really slow. I must be heavy. Yeah, I'm way overweight. We're gonna stick it out though. I should run to town. Let's clear the camp and decide what we want to do. Classic Pool says, the THJ drama should have nothing to do with Quarm. Makes zero sense why THJ and Quarm are being bundled into this mess. What THJ did was an RMT nightmare, just begging to be sued. Call it a hot take. It's my take too, yeah. It's a worn great staff. Damn. Yeah, everybody knows not to do that. Like, anybody who's been around private servers, whether it be World of Warcraft, you know, any private server that has a company that's still running their own servers, they don't look fondly upon that. And we gotta go to town. What the hell? Oh my gosh. We got a bit of a run here, so oh man. I gotta delete some weight or something. How did we get so heavy so fast? I don't know, we'll just chat and run. Let me see, let me catch up here. Call it a hot take, but you know you're right. Moving on though. Yeah. I don't know. It's the same take that I got. We're all doing, we as in all of us, all private servers, you're all doing something that's wrong, but it's not that big of a deal. But there's a couple lines, you know, not to cross, to, you know, stay low. And then if you cross those lines, in combination with just being very, very popular, they just won't take kindly to it. It is what it is. The movement speed looks to me like after a 10-hour shift, dude, right? Man, my work's been cooling off a bit. Besides the fact that they tried to get me to go in yesterday, and I was like, dude, don't you know it's Monsters and Memories weekend? If I go into work, that's less time I can play. But I did my time. I did my days. My days off just happened to align, so... Oh my gosh. Dude, there's some ore right there too. We're gonna make a pit stop. I feel like I gotta just delete something. Let's destroy this. Yeah, I mean, destroying that one item made a difference. It's worth. Okay, so let's mine this. There's a bank on this side of town as well, so that's cool. We can throw some of this stuff in the bank, even though my bank is crammed full. Ore isn't light either. Ore weighs a lot, so this might just weigh us down again. It did. Kind of. And we're alright. We're a little faster than we were. This city is so much bigger than I knew. I was kind of in my little, you know, section of the city. I thought I had seen everything that there is to be seen. I know that I think the palace is off limits. I think a lot of the magical classes start here. The necropolis with the evil magical classes. A true dwarf, too heavy to walk, still has to stop for ore. That's right. You know what? I don't know. I wonder if your weight limit has to do with your strength. I have a Yelp. I wonder if that'll help out. It only gives me like, I don't know, 5 strength or 6 strength or something, but is there anything I like in this game better than EverQuest? Oof, that's a tough question. Let's see. Let's see if this improves my weight limit or anything. It does. So it's based off of strength, and I do run faster now. Nice. Let's get back to town. Better than EverQuest. Better than variations of EverQuest, but let's say since I play on Quarm, let's compare it to Quarm. Because obviously the devs seem cool here and stuff like that, and like the devs on live EverQuest or TLPs are non-existent, devs or GMs or anything like that. So I don't want to compare it to that, but like compared to like the EverQuest versions that I play, you know, the visuals are nice. A lot of the stuff is pulled, like a large rat even is pulled from EverQuest, so it's hard to say that. Man, it's so similar. It's hard to say. They are implementing somebody who said this. I don't know who said this, but somebody said like this game is like 2 parts WoW, 2 parts EverQuest, 1 part World of Warcraft, and I kind of see that. I kind of feel that because they are implementing some World of Warcraft stuff. Like I saw that the fighters have a charge that's exactly like the warriors in WoW, where they charge the mob and it, you know, interrupts them for a split second or whatever. Want to sell rawhide scraps times 75. Dude, that's where it's at right there. So here's the thing is I don't know where to sell stuff around here. There's a suspicious salesman, but these guys have bad prices. What server am I playing on? Asks Tony. I'm on something with a K. I'm so bad. There's 2 servers that are not PvP. It's the one with a K. It's server number 2. I forget exactly how to pronounce it. These guys have a gate potions. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if this guy does. It's this one right here. For 50 gold, you can buy a gate pot. Pretty crazy. Something rich people can grab. So, I don't know where to. I don't want to have to run all the way back to, you know, my side of town or whatever, but I'm not familiar with the vendors around here to get, like, I don't know where a weapon vendor is or anything like that. This did say the bank, right? Am I tripping? Bank. Was there a druid in here? Oh, this is banker right there if he would just look in front of me. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, my bank is crammed full. Let's see. I have like 1 open spot here in this leather working bag. Come on, dude. How come I can't grab the bag? There we go. So I think I can... There's no space in the bank, it says. So you can right click items, shift right click. Oh boy, we're in a predicament. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Crivia. You're right. Sir Funk, what's going on, man? More monsters and memories, yeah. The last 2, there's less than 2 hours left, so we're gonna write it out. Gotta ask how, Mike asks, gotta ask, how does the solo capabilities of these classes feel compared to EQ? EverQuest, some classes simply cannot be played alone. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I've had limited play. I've been playing this paladin now. I'm level 7. I feel pretty strong right now, with the ability to lull mobs, single pull. You know, I can heal. I have interrupts, as you saw. I have this attack that does damage but also heals me, and I've gotten really good gear. I was showing earlier. I crafted some gear and I bought some gear that people crafted and sold to the vendor. Like these legs have 13 AC. Gloves have 9 AC. So my AC is getting really high. I'm feeling like a beast. Now when it comes to like a rogue, I don't know. Because I'm assuming they have backstab and I'm assuming maybe they can't do that. If they're like a WoW rogue, though, they can stun them, walk behind them, and backstab them. I honestly don't have enough experience to answer that. But I do know this. I see Necros fear kiting, snaring, fearing with a pet. Pet classes seem to be pretty strong. There's a lot of pet classes, it seems. Maybe classes that aren't necessarily like what you would think as a pet class, like kind of like a shaman on WoW or on EverQuest. You don't think of a shaman necessarily as like a pet class, or like even like a Shadow Knight. You don't really look at them like as like a pet class because their pet is only so useful. But so far, I've been able to solo. I don't know how long it's going to be feasible though, and I don't know what's the most efficient route either. Every time I see somebody join a group, they kind of hang out for a bit and then they bail on the group. Because I think soloing is a little faster. You can get more done. There's a lot to do too. You know, we're still exploring, and we still need loot. We need a lot of loot because we're poor. And when you're in a group, you're kind of sharing and all that. Trying to work on trade skills and that kind of stuff. And just like the freedom to walk around and do stuff right now. It's tough to say. Sorry, that was long-winded. Mike says, good here. Thank you. Classic EQ. I wouldn't bother with a warrior or a rogue as mostly solo guy compared to soloing a major necro. Exactly. Or even like a paladin. You probably wouldn't want to solo on a paladin on classic EQ, but on here, I've been doing pretty good. It's still early though. You know, I'm level 7. Alright, let's sell some of this stuff. That rusty trident is really only 12. This is the stuff I should have been deleting. It is what it is. You know what I shouldn't have done? I totally screwed the pooch. I screwed the pooch on that. All those rusty things I just sold, I told myself yesterday. I saw on Class and Cool's stream. He takes and I did this too after seeing it on his stream. He takes the sharpening stone and you can turn it from a rusty to corroded or something. Forget the exact name. Corroded, I think. And then it's a tarnished, and then it sells for more. So I could have just taken all of those weapons, turned them into tarnished, and then sold them and made more money. Just something to keep in mind. We have some tattered stuff. We'll sell to this guy. It's kind of interesting aspect to this game where the vendors are pretty specific to what they want to buy. And some vendors will buy more stuff, but they, like, you know, you go to the butcher to sell your meat for a higher value than somebody who will buy any old trash. I need to buy food, so let's do that. Buy some of this mountain bread. How much do we have? 3. Let's go ahead and buy 17. Oops. Yeah, the numbers don't seem to work. I don't know. Or I can't get them to work. Food is not cheap. That was 1 silver, 70 copper. Food and water is expensive. Mike says, soloing as a paladin in Classic EverQuest was a tour through Undead Boogaloo. Yeah, right. That's true. That's true. Paladin and Cleric can both do some soloing, but yeah, you need to kind of be specific with where you go. So you can make your sharpening stones here with your stone. I have so many sharpening stones. I'm probably going to vendor these. I have so many. I'm talking like, I have like over 100 sharpening stones, I think. I was talking earlier in the beginning of the stream. I found like a little place that has mining nodes at hyperspawn, and they're just always up. So there's like 3 nodes up at a time basically, and they're respawning in like 60 seconds. So you go to one, to the other, and you just rinse and repeat. And I was able to just mine like nobody's business. Some other people have found it though, because I go back there to try to get some more, and then it's kind of camped. And I'm sure it's probably not as intended, or it's just for the test. But you know, and you can make your copper bars here by smelting. Figure we'll just do it since I haven't shown this before. And unfortunately, we're not at the bank, so we can't. I mean, we can craft something. We got to run to the bank though. We're burning daylight though, quite literally. So unfortunately, we need leather scraps, and I have those in the bank. So the shady vendors only come out at night. That's kind of neat. So let's see if this guy wants to buy these like spices from me or what they do. They don't want to buy these plants that drop. I've been wondering about these plants that are dropping. So I don't know who wants to buy like these kind of things, like the medicine herbs and the thule, multhel root, whatever. Anything this guy wants? No. You remember having to follow specific zone mob guy as a guide? Mob type as a paladin? Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. I'm gonna get some undead nukes. I looked at the end of yesterday's stream, I looked through my spells that I'm getting in the future. And there are some undead nukes and stuff coming up, so that'll be cool. Let's craft something real quick for fun, and then we'll get back out there and start grinding. Ric Flair? Woo! So we're back at the other bank. See, these are all my sharpening stones. There's a hundo right there. And we got limestone. I'm not sure what we do with limestone. I'm assuming maybe jewelry crafting. So I'm saving up for that. I need to exchange all these small bags for these leather working kits. These leather working kits are, you know, a couple extra slots. I want to buy a bigger backpack. It's cost a gold. So I think that's my next purchase maybe. I don't know, unless I find some better armor. Because I'm a sucker for that. I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff in the bank though. That is not what I think it is. Oh, that's a copper plate. We'll grab that out. Let's take our copper bars. We'll take out, let's see, that'll make 2 plates. We'll take out 4 of our scraps. And what else do we need? A blacksmithing hammer. Grab that. Hopefully that's everything. We're really squished with the inventory situation. I should be doing tailoring or something to make bags, but there's just a lot to do and only so much time. And you want to level up, you know, get higher level, and it's easier to get money. You need money to craft stuff, yada yada, you know. There's just a lot to do in a little bit of time. I'm just gonna stop over here to see if I could sell some stuff. I think this vendor might buy some of this other stuff for me. If not, I'm gonna end up just deleting it. They'll buy these bracers, I think. And the tattered rawhide vest. Now this is just a shirt, so you can't turn this into scraps. It has to be a piece of armor. So the shirts you just vendor. And it has to be tattered rawhide. So we do have a tattered rawhide bracer, so let's show that at least. It'll make us scrap. So let's sell this bracer. 31 copper to this guy, so that's really nice. I think the other people give you 12. But let's show this real quick. So you could either do it in your leatherworking bag here by clicking this thing, or you can just click on this thing. If you click this box right here, it'll only show what you have materials for. It's saying I don't have materials for anything, but oh, this is true. I left it in the bank. Okay, we'll use the bag. We'll use the bag. Is it nighttime already? Oh my god, it's 6 p.m. already. These days fly. We're gonna run back, craft a couple pieces of plate, then we'll run back to the bank, throw stuff in the bank, and while we're at the bank, I'll show the breaking down of the tattered leather stuff into leather scraps. I think it's random on how many leather scraps you get. I mostly get one, but one time I got two. I was thinking maybe like a chest piece and the leggings, like the bigger pieces, the more expensive pieces, affect like how many scraps you get back. But after doing a few of them, I think it's random. It'd be like one or two. Probably well, yeah, I don't know. I think that's the case. Alright, so, okay, here we are. Having a sew definitely helps a lot. Wouldn't it be against making a sew class? Which I'm not sure what they all are. Probably the same stuff as EverQuest, but I know Shamans for sure, they get it at 8, just like they do in EverQuest, and man, does that really feel good when somebody gives that to you. The GM gave me one the other day after making me shit my pants. Okay. So, let's look here at some of the stuff we can make. What do we need? We need to upgrade our helm, shoulders. Oh, that scared me for a second. Okay. And boots. But mainly head and shoulders are our weakest points. So let's see what we can do here. So light blue means that we're really unlikely to fail. Green, I think, means you'll never fail or extremely unlikely to fail. Blue is unlikely to fail. Dark blue, it's just like the cons of the mobs. So the higher the con of the craft, and it even tells you if you like right click it, it'll tell you your skill makes this a moderate task. Not super likely to fail, but as you go up. So this isn't a helm. So if we want to get to a helm, you got to go down pretty deep. This is why I need to level up my crafting, but I got blacksmithing up to 23 by making these tin cauldrons, because they were the cheap, or not the tin cauldrons, a copper cauldron? It was the cheapest. It was 3 bars of copper. And so that was on the cheap. But here are some copper boots, which would be an upgrade, but not our biggest upgrade. So we can get 3 more AC there. I would prefer a helm or something, but you gotta go pretty deep. And we're not gonna craft anything in the red. We shouldn't craft anything in the yellow. We're gonna fail. And it's expensive. So we just need to continue to level up our skill, I guess. So no upgrades really. I mean, unless we try it, but we'll probably fail. So there's this copper cauldron. This is what I was making. I'll probably just make more of these, unfortunately. There's not really a piece of gear that I can make, that I can use without failing. So, unfortunate. Sorry about that. But let's make a few of these. And you can see here, my skill went up. So as my skill goes up, oh. Aw, brutal. Okay, we got another skill off of that, and now it's green, so I don't think we're gonna skill up off the green. But what that should have done is knock down some of the other stuff, right? So now those boots that we were looking at, they're still yellow. So, they're still yellow, but now we gotta make something like, I guess we can make something. We'll make a copper visor, I guess. And we failed. So there you have it. We just blew our mats, but it is what it is. So you gotta go up the chain of command and get it up there. So whatever. All right, let's head back out. Stop by the bank on the way out. Take a look at the leather scrap thing. What did I make? Oh, I ran past the vendor. Oh, shoot. Oh, we failed the craft. Okay, sorry. Let's go to the bank now. We're gonna stop by the Alchemist on the way out, which is near the Necro area. So if you've never seen that area, we'll stop by and take a look at that real quick. Mike says, hopefully the game is fairly grounded and don't jump the shark like Luckland did. Felt like the game went from high fantasy to Fantasy Star. Yeah, I don't think they will. The devs are from the, or you know, like the main dev and everything. They're from the, like the P99 era. I think. Maybe not. Maybe they're from the Luckland era. Okay, so let's see here. So okay, let's put some stuff back in the bank here. Leather scraps. This we're just gonna delete. And I'll try to sell these to the alchemist vendor, maybe. I don't know, they're plants. I might be using alchemy. If not, I'll delete them at that point. Luckily, the alchemy vendor and stuff's kind of in the same area of town as where we're going anyways. I think Sean joined SOE Variant as a GM originally during Velius Kuhn arc, but got promoted. Oh, okay. Thanks for that. Yeah, that was a little foggy for me, but that sounds right. Let's look at our signs here. Yeah, the Necropolis. Stop by the Necropolis area. I think these guards will attack me if I got really close. Somebody was telling me, so... It says they disdain you, which is obviously a negative. But I was next to an NPC in the newbie area, and somebody was like, this guy will attack you if you get too close. And when I conned him, he was disdaining, or whatever. Mike says, that's good. Planes of Power made sense, but going to the moon was a stretch. As an elf paladin in plate back in the day. I can see that. So this is a Necropolis guard. He appears uneasy, so I think that's okay. These mobs will aggro you too, like these skeletons. Even if they're low level. But it's a place you can come and level in the city as a noob, so that's kind of cool. Disdain is okay, they shouldn't attack you. Oh, alright. So I don't know why they attacked that other guy. This other guy said he got attacked in one shot, but he was a different race than I was. He was an ogre, and I'm not even sure of his class, so it race and deity or faction can definitely obviously come into play. Pretty dark in here. There's another, it's Hall of the Hollowed Bones. This is a good way to make money, I feel like, on these things, these copper cauldrons. One, it gets up your skill. You can level up your skill off of these, especially when it's not light blue. Oh, Shadow Knight recruit? Crypt Scared wants to get some. And then, so not only, they only take 3 copper bars, which is, you know, really easy to get, especially if you know where they're kind of like hyper spawning. You can use that to power level your blacksmithing, and then they vendor for 25 copper, which is pretty dang good. But you can only vendor them to the alchemist vendor, which apparently is only like deep in here. Right here in the Black Feather Bazaar. Well, I was pretty close to the guy who is disdain to me, and he never attacked me. So let's see, alchemy supplies right here. So they'll go ahead and buy all of these, like I said, for 25 copper. Which isn't bad. If you make a ton of them, like last time I came here I had even more than that. So I made a couple silver. But I feel like that's a good return on the copper. I'm not sure, because it's only 3 bars. If you make like a piece of gear, they want typically like 8 copper bars. And then I'm not sure how much the gear will sell for, so I don't know. That'll something to look into, but being able to get like a skill point per 3 bars seemed pretty good. And the money coming back in seemed decent. If you try to straight vendor a copper bar, it's only like 1 copper or something. Alright, so let's get out there and continue to fight some of those mobs. Oh, we have too many sharpening stones. There's another crypt scarab. Oh. That's like 3 of them. Wonder if the guards will kill him. We could just wipe him out right now, but we'll just see if we can train the guard. Are they still following me? I mean, they should be, but who knows? Joshy, what's going on, man? How's the M&M going? This game looks super interesting. I've been following it for a while now. Yeah. It's been pretty fun. It's obviously unfinished, and we are in alpha after all. But it's been really fun. I got hooked. This weekend and spent a lot of time online. I've just been playing a paladin. Watch the guards that disdain you side with the mobs. Yeah, I know, right? You never know. Okay, here we are. I guess we can hit the bank. We are right by the bank. I don't know. I have too many of these sharpening stones. We'll probably just toss them. Joshy says he's got the itch to go back to some PQHC, Project Quarm Hardcore, and played 1 session and the servers went down rip. Yeah, dude. I know, man. Hey, Gildy from Quarm. Yeah, I was showing some people earlier. I'll see if I can just bring it up again real quick. I saw secrets in a Twitch chat yesterday. Said they saw me live streaming yesterday. Said a little breadcrumb, by the way, that they heard back from Daybreak. Just can't say what it's about. But it wasn't an F no, take Quarm down. So tiny little breadcrumb there. That it's so you're saying there's a chance. Anyone who's fought a bear outside of Surefall Glade knows the NPCs love their wildlife. Yeah. Jossa says he's stuck in terrain. Oh no, man. I got stuck earlier, but I was able to get out. That's no good, man. And then, yeah, I don't know if you'll get a response from the GMs right now at this late hour of the server. Secrets is back in the Quarm Discord as of this morning too. Yeah, she was back in the Discord as of yesterday, Wolf. So, yeah, like what we were talking about yesterday. Dumb and Dumber, yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday, and I was saying that wasn't a good look. And then, you know what? I started putting 2 and 2 together and stuff. I forgot that she was on vacation, right? So what I think is she just left the Discord while on vacation. She did post like a message saying that the moderators have the ability to mute or kick people. And so I should have put all these things together. On vacation, gave mods more abilities, left the Discord. And then when she posted that, or was talking to me in Twitch chat last night, I was like, oh yeah, back from vacation. Let me go take a look at Discord, and sure enough, she was back in the Discord already. So it all made sense. Squirrels of War will ride again. Yeah, I saw them. They're on this server. I think so. If it was like called like Squirrels of Memories or something like that. If that's them, then they're on this server. I'll leave that camp to him. I don't know if he's killing that or whatever. I'll kill some of these over here. Let's sharpen our weapon, and we'll start using Yelp. Let's, we got another fire beetle eye. Let's swap it out here. Alright, so we can sharpen our weapon. Not exactly sure how much benefit we get from it. Doesn't really say. Just says consumable sharpened weapon, and then you click on the buff, and it just says 30 minutes, so. However much that's helping us, and then we do have Yelp. Gives us some strength. So we'll go ahead and I don't trust that my Avenger shield will not aggro both of these. So that middle one has a staff of some sort. So we'll continue to pray that it's cracked. This last hour might be a little rough. My roommates are quite active right now, so there may be background noise and stuff. Some bird yelling, you know, the one I hate. When people are super active and moving around and cleaning up and stuff, you know, like, I don't know. More tattered rawhide. We never did that. Oh, we forgot when we went to the bank. I said I was going to do it, and I forgot. We'll do it later. I'm just going to do this one again. Sarbonate gives 1 strength buff, like 1 single strength stat. See, on like EverQuest, you can kind of tell by how they're swinging if it's a two-handed or a one-handed. But it's hard to tell in here. Oh, shoot. Yeah, 1 strength. Oof. That's a big oof. I don't know how much I care for 1 strength. And it is a worn greatstaff, So I don't even know if they're capable of dropping a cracked staff. I think I got one from them before. I've gotten 2 so far. I think one was from a skeleton, one was from these guys. But I've now killed 3 of these this morning with a staff in their hand. It's all been worn great staff. And it seems that dude left, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep on keeping on. Oh wait. Oh, he pulled over here. It's hard to see because it's dark. I don't think he wants the smoke of 2 of these mobs. So I'll split that for him, I guess. I don't know. They respawn pretty quick. We can go out and adventure more. What time is it? 1 a.m. I gotta get this copper node right here. Need more copper. XP is pretty decent right here. Yeah, here, that one spawned already? Is that the one he pulled? No, he might have pulled a different one. But he should be able to single pull that one. Right? We're getting some tattered rawhide, so nice. Dang, our beetle eye ran out again. It's our last beetle eye. So it is what it is. Alright, leave that last one up for him. Camp's broken. I'm gonna go away. We'll come back in a bit and see what's going on. But let's go take a look around. The dune scarabs are green to me now, so those are a thing of the past. On the other newbie zone had the bigger ones. Could probably kill those. There's like some higher level rattlesnakes in the other newbie zone if you go a little deeper. It's another option. I wanted to explore this other newbie zone. Oh, here's a big one. Oh, that one's red. There's like some sort of firefight going on over here. I wonder what all that is. There's like a bridge that goes across. Anybody know how many zones are like flushed out? I mean, not completely, but or you know, you can like at least level in them. So we got bandits in here. These guys are red still. They got to be like around level 10. Ghosts. The ghosts are red. There's a rattlesnake. Let's take him down. He's blue. Those ghosts looks cool. I haven't seen that model yet. like killing the Ashira or whatever due to their drops. Getting the, you can get the scraps from them straight up, or the gear that can be turned into scraps, and that's my main source of scrappage. But right now, the bottleneck is the copper. Like I said, I think that could be quickly remedied if I go back to that spot if nobody's there. Let's go check out these lights. Mike says he's glad they added node gathering. That's one thing that EverQuest showed its age on. That's true. That's a good point. When I was asked earlier, something I like better. Trade skilling, there's alternative ways of getting materials outside of just grinding. That's definitely cool. They still have to implement skinning. They sell the skinning knife, and you can kill animals, but there's no way to skin them as of right now. So hopefully in the next playtest, or one of the future playtests, they have that added so we can check that out, which will kind of trivialize the market for leather scraps, but that's good because we need them. We need them. What is that? What is that? Can I target this thing? A will-o-wisp. Oh, no shot. Crazy. So he's cool with me. Oh, it's Navi. What the? Crazy. I bet you'd lay the smack down on me if I tried to kill that. Wonder what they drop. Lightstones, perhaps? That would be cool. He's yellow, though. So, yeah, FYI, he's conning yellow. Probably smoke me. I don't know. What do we got over here? Is this a dwarf town? Or is it halflings? Yeah, that's a halfling name. Okay. Oof, our light source ran out. We might have to try to kill this wisp. I don't know, you guys. This might be the end of me right here. Skinning will be huge compared to selling random high quality bear hides for someone's life savings. Yeah. Do they sell well? I have a couple of high quality... Oh, you mean on like EverQuest? I think we'll get smoked. I don't think this is a good idea, but I kind of want to. Kind of curious to what he drops. What if you need a magic weapon or something? Is that even a thing? I have no idea. Alright, my better judgment's saying don't do it. Probably need a magic weapon for that wisp? Yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Which, I mean, I haven't seen anything like that in the game yet, but I haven't seen a lot of things, so it's probably out there. I wonder if they only come out at night. That would be kind of cool. It's probably not a thing. What is this? A desert madman? A dunes madman. That was pretty hilarious. These guys are red too. There's a lot of red stuff everywhere. Alright, let's go back to that camp and see what that Beastmaster's been doing. Classic Wisp, PTSD, Fate Arc Adventures. Yeah. Even on that... Oh man. Garbage day. Sorry. It's loud background noise. But even on that Beast Lord I was playing, the pet couldn't hit the wisps at that level range. And my fists weren't magic yet. And I had a magic weapon. I think I'd found or quested a magic weapon by that point, but only in one hand. I had a bad time. How much more of those darkness do we got? It's 4 AM, we got like 2 hours. Game time, it's not bad. What is that? A zombie? A stumbling zombie. He's yellow too. Dang, I want to kill that. We don't have undead nukes or anything yet, but that'd be pretty cool. I wonder if those only come out at night as well. Some stuff I haven't seen during the daytime. This node is back up. Let's grab it on the way into this camp. It's looking like he's let stuff respawn, so we're gonna go ahead and clear it out again. Wonder if they'll do anything with like UIs and stuff in this game. WoW style or EQ style. Another node, hell yeah, dude. I'm wondering where you get like silver nodes or tin nodes. Probably obviously in the higher zones, but I'm getting decently close. Not really, but it's in my near future. Maybe when we zone into another zone, probably level 10 plus. Get our Yelp on. Monks get handed gnome skin gloves and boots so they can hit wisps. Alright, let's see here. I don't know why I did this front one. I'm gonna pull him. I think on the next playtest, first thing I'm gonna do is maybe like a little bit of crafting when I first log in, get my bearings straight, and then I'm gonna go try to get into like a dungeon group. I think I'll be ready. My gear is pretty good. I think I'm a good tank at this point. UI looks fairly solid as is. I hope they let us move the bars and such though. Prefer my health bar a little lower and more centered. I think we can. Yeah, we can move stuff. You can move it. Like if you wanted it like that or something. I was just trying to keep the area clear so people can like see whatever's going on. And then you can lock stuff too. If you right click on the right area, you can unlock, you can anchor, you can move them around. So there is options. That was all faster. More tattered rawhide. Nice. And the sweet, sweet sun. Combat is boring for a lot of people, I guess. If you're used to high speed, tattered raw, dude, this is crazy. We're getting all the tattered gear. Okay. Oh, not that, but we'll take it. Just gonna go ahead and face pull this one out. Obviously, those of us who play EverQuest don't mind the combat. It's very similar. And I'm sure, you know, I'm sure there's more to it as you get your full kit and everything. Oh shit, I think we have time. Okay. It's gonna blind me. There comes the blind. We're just gonna eat it. We're gonna save our kicks for the heals, because he'll sit there and start healing until he's Kick that one. And then we got the shield toss for the next one. And he's running. And we could stone form, get at least that debuff off. Turns out Paladin's not too bad. Paladin's pretty dang good. And hopefully during the next playtest, I don't remember exactly when. It's actually a little bit of time before you get an undead nuke. I don't remember what level that is. Oh, so it tells you in the chat box that the Ashira no longer feels placated. Tattered cloth. Dude, these guys are dropping gear like nobody's business. Mike says he's done his high-speed MMO time competitive rating in Mythic Dungeons. These days I just want to relax, quest a bit, grind, be immersive on my days off. I'm 43. The younger guys can have all that. True. Right there with you. My cat here? I thought my cat was here. How's the XP look now? It's moving. Not like it's about what is expected for soloing. It's not super fast, It's not crazy slow. Put your head down and grind it. And you're getting there. The inventory's a situation though, because we're like 2 zones over. Don't know where to sell stuff to. Maybe that's on me. Maybe there's more vendors over here, but the fact that there's no alchemy vendor, except if you go all the way. You heard me talking about him. Besides the fact if you go all the way over. Whoops, I didn't mean that, I meant that. To the necro area. It makes me feel like the other vendors are probably where they're supposed to be, and it's kind of crazy. Like, you gotta sell plate stuff to the plate guy, chain stuff to the chain guy, cloth stuff to the cloth guy. So it's not like any old vendor will do. Also, that world music is quite enjoyable. Hopefully they don't throw in some crazy combat music. Yeah, I'll probably treat it like I do EverQuest and just turn the combat music off. And that's partially because that's not like video friendly. And it's partially because it's loud and obnoxious. Use the restroom real quick. Got an hour left, so I'm just gonna bite the bullet and use the restroom real quick after I kill this mob. Just take a minute. Wow, this guy was loaded. Are we out of space? No, we're out of big space. But yeah, I mean, we're running out of space. This is crazy. And a longsword, my gosh. We are out of space. What to do, what to do? I'd hate to run back to town again, you know? What I should have done, and I failed to, is bring that seam ripper out here with me. Then I could have ripped the seams right here, and the rawhide scraps stack, whereas obviously the gear doesn't. I never thought I'd have so much gear though, to be honest. Anyways, okay. I'm just gonna step away real quick, use the restroom. Whoops. We are back. Sorry about that. I used the restroom. And roommates stopped me. They have somebody coming over. Just letting me know. Let's pull this guy. Let's get right back into it. We need to sharpen our weapon. We need a yelp. Yeah, Mike says the vendor preference makes sense. There's no reason for a leather merchant buying chain. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just trying not to spend too much time. If, like, you know, if I'm not streaming, I'm definitely running around doing everything. I just don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. Me running around town, pinching a few coppers. These guys all have weapons now. That's going to be an issue for us with our inventory situation. Well, let's go ahead and keep on keeping on. Grab that node while we're here too. Blows my mind how high of level some people are, but how many, does anybody know how many playtests there's been since they last reset character level? Classical says, not sure if I missed the conversation, but you are aware if you go into settings you can change the UI presets? Like there's, you know, I did see that. Where was it? There's a drop down, right? Yeah. I forgot about that. I haven't tried different things. Does that do anything? Or is this it? Oh, okay, I see this subtle change. Oh, okay, very, very subtle changes. Notice like in the bordering mostly. Let me see. That's cool. With theme style, yeah. I'm gonna go grab this other node real quick. I gotta see if there's anybody who will buy sharpening stones. I mean, I'm sure you could probably sell them to players. I'm wondering if there's a vendor that'll buy them. Players may just make them themselves. Yeah, just keep the original. Yeah. Why not? I was just kind of wondering if in the future they'll get crazy with it, or allow like even EverQuest, you can completely change the look of it, and then WoW is. Did I say WoW or EQ? I meant EQ, and then WoW obviously you have add-ons and all that craziness, which I don't think they'll do. I wonder what their mindset is on that as well. Dude, these dudes are just loaded. I don't know what to say about it. Oops. That was a fail. Good thing the first one was still on. Classical says they plan on creating more potentially class-specific UI themes. Oh, okay. So far, example, where your hotbar is, instead of being a dragon, it could be a skeleton or something for a necro. Chances are they will. Yeah. Okay. They do have this little thing, kind of like EQ, that kind of Shows you like the stylistic ending of your class. I could see them continuing on with that. Dude, this is already up. This is crazy. See, these nodes spawn really fast. If you find somewhere, like this is nice. I get XP, I get rawhide, I get gear, scraps, nodes. I just need more bag space. Actually, I have enough money now to buy that big backpack. I'm gonna try to do that before the server goes down. But I'm overweight again. Oh no. Oh, you guys. What do I do? Mining is crazy. I need a mining bag that is like weight reduction. Allow customization, but don't quote you on that. Yeah. I gotta get more in. I gotta get into more of the like the dev streams and stuff. Just hear them out. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't want that shaman. That axe wielding shaman. Oh man. I mean, we got 45 minutes. I feel like we gotta go to town again. This is crazy. Either go to town or don't loot anything else, period. What's the play on that? Don't loot a single other thing, including ore, because ore weighs a lot. It's not like EverQuest where it's 0.3 per stack. That's 20 times 0.3, I think. Because yesterday I did like a little mining session and I got so heavy so fast. Oh, let's get my strength on because that does make a difference. I don't have any bank space either. This is a disaster. So it's not like I could just go to the bank and throw all this in there, you know? Let's kill this snake. I need more time. We need more time. See, this is crazy. This is proof that, you know, we're having a good time, we're having fun. Is that there's just not enough time and they're gonna take the server down, and then I'm gonna be jonesing for over a month apparently. So I thought it was gonna be a little playtest every month. That's what I was saying, but it seems like it's not necessarily every month. It's like every month and a half or so. There's another mining node there. Oh, there's a guy over there killing stuff. I'll leave it to him. Leave him to it. I need more time so I could take up jewel crafting or jewelry making or whatever it is. And then I think I could blow some of the mats that I've been harboring on that stuff. It's undead Joffrey. I need more time so I can explore the city a little more. Maybe there's vendors over here, like at least like a generic weapon vendor. Maybe a cloth or a leather vendor or something. I'm gonna buy the bigger backpack, so that'll give us 6 more slots to put big items in. Hopefully I can use this backpack in the bank. Because I know you can use bags in the bank. I don't 100% know that you can use a backpack in the bank. You might not be able to, I don't know. I did hear that your spell book, when you die, it's on your corpse, and then you can't mem spells. so that some people mem their spells and then leave their spell book in the bank, so that when they die, they can grab their spell book from the bank, mem their spells again, and then go on their corpse retrieval. That's crazy. We have guards? Yeah, these guards will kill him. You could obviously, well, I don't know that. I was gonna say you could buy another spell book, but maybe the spells are dependent on your spell book. That's probably true. Like, there could be vendors over here. I just have no idea. Used weapons dealer. See, exactly. I just don't know my way around here, but... So we have a bank. Here's a weapons dealer that we can sell to. This dude has a zombie pet. That's pretty cool. Genobab. What else do we have here? Bags and packs. Okay, okay. So I can sell these things now. Of course, I was talking about turning these rusty into whatever, but we just don't have time for that right now. We're a little squished for time here. Spinning supplies. I don't have anything to sell him, but I can pick up that 1 gold backpack. So we'll look into doing that here in a moment. What is this lady? Oh, this is like a cloth vendor. Okay, so let's get rid of this stuff. So we don't have to run across town. This is fantastic. We'll even take snake fangs. Let's go. Okay. And then this guy is spinning, so that's like tailoring. Every time I come to town, it's daylight. Burning daylight. The docks teleporter. It's interesting. Let's see what we can do here. What are we holding on to? So we got a bunch of this crap. We need the leather. Man, we kind of do. There's got to be a leather dude in that house, right? So first things first. Okay, we can add that there. So let's do the tattered situation. So you get the seam ripper and the pants. Although these pants probably sell pretty well, but let's just do it to do it. When you combine it, it does this, and then we actually got 3 scraps off of those pants, so that's pretty good. So we'll do another pair of pants and 3 more. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. So this belt's likely to give us 1. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it is dependent on the slot. Tattered rawhide bracer is probably 1. Yeah. Okay. It's starting to make sense. We got some boots too. Another bracer. See, we got to bring this knife with us so that we could do this on the go, because the rawhide scraps stack like we talked about. Oh. Okay, so we'll keep the knife on us. Black Tower says, I am definitely interested in this game. Deep Dwarf Necromancer or Troll Necromancer. Can you explain to me? I saw some of the different races can be deep. Do you have any information on that you can share with me? So do we have room for regular stone? I don't think so. We don't. Oof, big oof. We can put some limestone in there. I told myself I was going to destroy these and I never did. Okay, question. Can we put a backpack in the bank and use it like a bag? Okay. I mean, it makes sense. I just didn't know if they would be like, nah, it's a backpack, you can't do that. Alright, so we're gonna go buy that bigger backpack. So we put stone in there. That's my bag, right? Oh, we'll take the meat with us. We're gonna try to sell that. There's all these different little precious stones too, and they're taking up a lot of room. But I do want to get into jewel crafting a little later, so I don't want to just get rid of them. No info on the deep classes, but the idea of a dwarf necromancer makes me smile. So a regular dwarf cannot be a necromancer? Is that right? Or how do you know that a deep dwarf could be a necromancer? Was that just said somewhere? I'm out of the loop, so just honest questions. Alright, let's see if there's a leather in here, a leather worker of some sort. So this guy doesn't want to buy any of my junk. Used armor, so he'll buy these for full price. Okay, perfect. Yeah, leather worker. So if there's a butcher, that'd be great. If not, we're just gonna... There's tailor master. Just kind of get a lay of the land real quick. We're not gonna spend too much time looking for a butcher. Okay. So we'll just keep them on us because we're gonna keep killing these mobs anyways. Why did I keep the smithing hammer? We're gonna buy that backpack that we've had our eye on. This one. Yeah. Do not have enough money. What am I missing? How much is a gold? A gold is 100 silver? Oh, that's right. I need to buy it from a player for 15 silver. Players sell them for 15 silvers, I think. What was I thinking? I was thinking 10. The denominations I had wrong in my head. On the side it tells class and race combos. Cool. I'll have to look at that later on. Well, shoot. So we're gonna have to take the backpack. Alright, it is what it is. We're just gonna head out. Just gonna destroy that. Oh, wait. In general, D&D lore, deep races are shunned or evil versions of the said race. Not sure of the lore. I'm sure you're right. I do like that the loading screens, which we'll see right now, is in like the art fashion of like a old D&D manual. That's really cool. I like that a lot. And I use that for my like BRB thing. It's like there's like creases on the on like the paperback book or whatever. Golden Mane. Getting a back scratch on my way back. Yeah, Dwarf Necro. That's pretty cool. That does sound cool. Reminds me of that named mob in the Wetlands in World of Warcraft. That elite mob, I can't think of his name. Something with a G. Garnesh or something. Those elite dwarves that you kill in the Wetlands. I guess if you're Alliance. It's like a Dwarf Necro right there. Well, this loading screen is not that. I guess there are some that aren't that. I didn't notice. All right. So is that a plant? Yeah. Herb. I'm low on drink. I never bought drink. Oh my god, dude. Alright, well, we're riding that out. We're riding that drink out for 30 minutes. I bought food and forgot to grab drink. Different vendors. Here, just drink some of this rainwater. Sun going down, yeah. It's gonna be a dark night. Okay. Just gonna ride this out, keep chipping away. Killing these dudes. Oops. It's gonna be a long month. I'll be thinking of this unless we can get Quarm back up and running. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. At least when they aggro one, you know, they stop running. You can minimize the negative effect of that. Dang, I didn't really realize. I was thinking the bag was like 10 silver this entire time, that big ass backpack. And players have been selling them, similar ones, for 15 silver, and I've been ignoring that, thinking like they're only 10 silver from the from the vendor, but I was just off on that. So I'll have to buy one next time from a player. Either that or pick up that trade skill too, but man, there's a lot of trade skills and so little time. Tinfoil Hat said he didn't get a chance to play this test, but really enjoyed every time he did play. That's great, man. Do you guys know when the last wipe was? Ambiance and music is so chill, more your speed. Yeah, I like it a lot. I haven't played this wipe at all. In fact, I haven't played in at least a year. Like logged in. I haven't logged in at least like a year. Yeah, really. I wonder if Secrets will do a welcome back leveling event of some kind. Yeah, I wonder. Assuming we're coming back. Okay. Am I already heavy? This is insane. Okay, I see what's happening. My gear is weighing me down. My gear. Is Quarm coming back up? There's no word, but I did get a breadcrumb from secrets that I've been showing on here. Ran into secrets in Twitch chat last night, and secrets told me that they heard back from Daybreak. They can't tell us what the context was. All she would tell us is that it's not a fuck no, shut your server down. So that was like a direct quote from Secrets. I hope Quarm comes back. Secrets did such a great job. It was a fantastic server. Yeah, it really is. Like, it's got me not wanting to play any other EverQuest servers, really. Of course I will, if I don't have an option, but... Oh yeah, this is the shaman. Here comes the blind. We're just gonna go ahead and eat all these. And save our kicks for the heals like we do. Not damaging this one as much as I did the last. Okay, so we kick that heal. And we're prepared for the next one, which never came. So what's happening is I wear heavy gear now. Like this, like my leggings weigh 6. So that might have been an oversight on my part. They're really high AC, which is fantastic, but the weight is crazy. Oh my god, my gloves weigh 6 as well? Big oof. Mask, it's 2. Oh my god, each bracer's 4, yeah. And then I'm looking to add more. Oh man. And so, yeah, my weight is already really high, and then I start looting weapons and stuff. And we're not doing too well here. Something I didn't have to deal with when I was wearing cloth. Right? So I didn't think about it. Dang. Well, I think we gotta sacrifice the rusty weapons then. You know? I think we just have to. Oh, shoot. So just do mobs drop money? I haven't really seen that, or been paying attention, I guess, this whole time. Yeah, they do. They drop copper. 11 copper is kind of a lot. See, another rusty. Oh, we just can't pick it up. Let's pull this one. Gotta go grab that node. Yeah, that's something to think about during the next month while we're waiting for the next playtest. I gotta think about what I'm gonna do about my weight situation. At first, the weight wasn't an issue. The bag space was an issue. Now the bag space is less of an issue. I mean, it's still an issue, but it's less of an issue, and the weight is really the issue. I think it's my fault as well for not coining up at the bank. I didn't coin up on purpose because I thought I was going to buy that backpack, and it clears out your lowest denominator first. So it would have cleared out all of my copper. It turns out I did not buy the backpack, and then when I went back to the bank to grab my old backpack, I didn't coin up. And I'm sure a ton of my weight is coming from that 1,000 copper I'm sitting on. But there's no going back now. We got 20 minutes, and when we go back to town, we're done. Oops. Jeez, can't even look at my cat for a second. Usually court cases take a long time to, you know, navigate the case, but it seems like this current one with THJ kind of is, seems like it's moving along a little bit faster than I'd imagine. We'll get over the halfway mark into level 7, so that'll be good. It'll be a good spot to come back to on the next playtest. Be primed and ready to get our next level. So this time around, we've been getting a lot of, always open that damn book. Getting a lot of tattered cloth, unfortunately. When in reality, oh, we could hold big weapons, or weapons in there. Yeah, so much cloth, unfortunately. Can't put those in there. Last time we had a lot of tattered leather that we could get rid of. Not so much this time around. So it looks like that's a static spawn. That spawn is always a shaman. I haven't really been paying attention to that too much. Whether there's like some sort of spawn rotation or shared placeholders. Or shared spawns. Heck, I have a staff on, or am I tripping? I'm tripping. All right. At least blind on here doesn't last as long as on EQ. Yeah, EQ, they'll chain blind you for the whole entire time. And also, you still have your hotkeys and stuff. Oh shoot, did he heal? I wasn't looking. Yeah. Making a lot of noise there, dude. Got a buckler. Uh-oh. What's going on with the stream? Okay, there it is. I don't know if there was a hiccup or if it was just on my side. Cat's been nursing an injury, so he's been home a lot lately. Winding down, boys. We got less than 15 minutes of this. We'll see. We still got that one water on us? No, we ran out of water. We're getting a proper grind on though. We haven't gotten a good grind like this probably ever. This weekend, I mean. It's been pretty packed. That front newbie zone has so many people in it, whereas like this zone has 6 people. And again, it's partially because the server's going down in like 13 minutes. It's partially because it's now a weekday. People are at work. It's early in the day. But I think there's less people on this side of the city as well. Actually, I gotta start looking at these. There's like a leather necklace that looks just like that. Game time is 12 p.m. Why is it nighttime then? That's not right. Game time, 12 p.m. Probably got something to do with the server going down. It should be maybe 12 midnight. So this is what's crazy is, you know, camps are camps. There's a lot of people playing the game. So typically a group would be here, a group of like 5 players. and you'd be sharing the XP with 5 players. And so you could see where that XP wouldn't be that great. But you could definitely solo this entire camp. I'm wondering if they'll do something to kind of boost group XP to encourage group play. And I'm thinking when you get higher, it just becomes increasingly difficult to solo. Mike's is still waiting for a game to give me dual shield class. What would you call it? Didn't check it again, but whatever. I'm stuck with this name on my Dwarf Paladin because I didn't really know the situation with resetting or deleting characters and stuff. So I just did a random name. Increasing group XP would be perfect. Downside would be groups of bards scarfing up everything in sight. What's the bard sitch on this game? Haven't ran into too many of them. Seen a couple of them in town playing their instruments, but I don't know what their deal is. Do they kite on this too? I don't even know what's going on. I haven't seen anybody play one, like a video or anything like that. Maybe we'll start getting more examples, more videos and streams and stuff as these alpha playtests continue to go on, continue to get longer. Dude's getting jacked. Oh, he's probably running. Tattered cloth, man. Well, that plan failed to turn all of the gear into scraps, but I think it's still the play. Probably piss off an entire generation, but bards should have never been given the abilities they had in EverQuest. It's a support class, plain and simple. Like which abilities exactly? Like charming? I feel like they are still a support class. I think they weren't played as intended. I don't think they intended for like swarm kiting and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to think of what abilities they have, and maybe they shouldn't. Because they're like a jack of all trades. You know? Specifically swarm kiting. Yeah, I don't think that was intended. I think, you know, People just got clever with it, and they never nerfed it. They did nerf it. I can't say never. You can't do it now on live. Or on TLPs. You can't swarm kite anymore. They made it to where if the mobs are moving, or if you're moving, one or the other. If the mob's moving or if you're moving, your AoE dots, your AoE song doesn't land on the mob. Effectively making you not be able to swarm kite. But yeah, I mean, if you play P99 or if you play Quarm, you can swarm kite, and yeah, it's overpowered for sure. And then once it's left in there, it's hard to justify playing any other way. Kind of. Oh boy. I feel like it's getting laggy. It's just me. I think something's up with my internet. I think my stream connection keeps timing out. I don't know if that's real or if it's just the preview that's loading. But it's about time to start heading back to town. We got 5 minutes. We got a couple minute run. Alright, let's make the trek back. Yeah, I don't think time is changing. Oh, it says it's 2 a.m. now, so it went from 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. So either 12 p.m. actually means 12 a.m. or I don't know what's going on. But it's been night, the whole end of this. Well, that was a really good play sesh. Alpha test. Had a lot of fun. Way more fun than I expected. I didn't know how much to really expect. But the game has advanced really far since I last played. I mean, obviously, a ton of work to do. Obviously, if they release in Q1 next year, there's still going to be a ton of work to do. But hopefully there's enough to do to where they can take the influx of money. I think what they said is they're not going to charge for the game, but there is going to be a monthly sub. So day one, everybody that subs up, that's going to be a giant influx of cash, hopefully. And hopefully they can use that to fire up the engines and get stuff going. Here's one of those loading screens that looks like a D&D book. Really cool. Like it a lot. I mean, plus Monsters and Memories, Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, it's definitely what they're going for. I like it. This is, oh, it's a rotting skeleton. Oh, there's a couple people dueling. It's interesting. Super duper cool. Lots of fun. Hopefully you guys got a chance to come in and have some fun on the servers if this is your sort of thing. If not, hopefully watching kind of gave you an idea of what it's going to be like. Definitely EQ-esque, slow gameplay. Everybody's saying their goodbyes in chat. We're down to 1 minute on the server time. What is that? I'm thirsty. Oh, I've been out of water long enough to where I'm thirsty. Officially. Anyways, we'll call it there. Server's going down right now. So, thank you all for stopping by for this last minute, final hours of the server playtest. We'll do more of these in the future. When the next one's like July something. Is it July something? Yeah. There's one in July. So next month there's one. So we'll jump back on here and do that. In the meantime, hopefully Quarm comes back up. We'll get back to Quarm. But I don't know. I'll see you guys around somewhere. Once again, thanks for stopping by and chatting with me. It's always fun to do these live streams. I don't do a ton of them. So when I do get the chance to do them, it's really fun going back and forth live in chat and not having the after the fact chat back and forth, which is great. But it's much better when we can respond to each other immediately and live. I will see you in the next video.